What's good, YouTube? It's your boy SKY Jordan. In today's video, I'm back with another vocal melody hack for you, and the people that dislike this video. I appreciate y'all too, even though y'all dislike the video. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. This is part 3 to how to find your sound, because I told you I had to break this video up into a lot of different parts, right? Because it's a lot of different things that go into finding your sound, establishing your sound, developing your sound, or just understanding what it is that you want to do as far as music wise, engineering, production wise, whatever like that. It's just a lot of stuff that goes into finding your quote unquote sound. So let's get into part 3. Tip number 1, look at the data. Like, analyze your analytics. Analytics are important, especially in today's time where we can look and see where a majority of our followers come from. See if it's more male or females engagement, right? The age groups, you know what I'm saying? We see the cities, the states, the countries, you know, we get to see all that, right? See, finding your sound, that comes into making the music that you make and stuff like that. Now you will know what songs are working, what songs are consistently performing well, and you could be like, okay, what's the commonality or the common denominator in these songs being successful? Is it the type beat? Is it the concept? That stuff plays a part into your sound, because when it comes down to it, it's like people want to put money behind their songs, but they don't know where to push the songs. Look at the data. That's going to help you figure out what songs to push and what songs to pull back from. And you can also look at the songs to see what's not working. Maybe if you got a certain set of songs, let's say you're a drill rapper, but all of a sudden you just started doing R&B drill, and your R&B drill songs are taking off versus your other drill songs. You can make the decision to be like, okay, I'm a drill artist, you know, my other drill stuff wasn't working, but the R&B is working. Now you can kind of be like, okay, maybe this is more my speed, maybe this is more my sound. Now you can make that decision like, okay, let me make more R&B drill. Or maybe you're melodic rapper, maybe the melodic street stuff's not hitting, maybe the emotional stuff is hitting. Now you get to make the decision like, okay, my emo songs are performing well, all right, I can still do my street stuff when I choose to, but you can make the decision on like, okay, we can put money behind my emo stuff, I can drop this other stuff in due time or whatever like that, build that up too, but I need to focus on this. A lot of people be torn between the two, because stuff that we want to do, what we feel we're good at, may not be the things that we're actually good at or great at, right? You might be, like I said, bring it back to what I was saying earlier, you might be the drill artist, right? You might want to make the street shit, but the R&B drill shit is what you're better at. The songs are better, you just vibe out better on that. What are you gonna do? Right? Especially like if you're trying to build a fan base, get a lot of money and do all this other shit, and you see what's working, you will be crazy to not do what's working. You still doing what you love to do, and you still can do the other thing, but it's like, look at what's working. All right, that might be your sound. Like, you might be trying to force yourself into a lane that you not really good at, or you don't really fit, when you could be where you're supposed to be, and you know where you're supposed to be, but you just hard-headed. And a lot of people like that, you know what I'm saying? Even me sometimes, I know what type of videos I should make, but I be trying to force other videos, but I'm done trying to force shit. I'm gonna do what works, you know what I'm saying? That's me, so I encourage you to do what's working for you. Tip number 2, figure out what's consistent about your song structure, right? And what I mean by figure out what's consistent about your song structure, look at your top performing songs and see if they have anything in common. For example, Lil Baby, majority of the songs that I like from Lil Baby is the ones where he comes in rapping, right? He comes on with the verse into a hook, into another verse, into the hook, you know what I'm saying, so for whatever. But I really don't like the songs where he start off with a hook first. That's just me. I'd rather listen to Lil Baby come in a certain way. It's a lot of artists like that. I'd rather listen to them rap first before the hook. And then it's artists that I would be like, yo, I gotta hit a hook first, you know? It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, your song structure plays a part in all of this stuff, because that's like part of your sound, you know, your structure, your format of your songs, because your fans will see that's a consistent thing and they will fall in love with it, or they're not gonna love it, or when you switch it up, they will notice, you know? So pay attention to your song structure, because that's important as well, because your sound goes back to you, your songwriting ability, the way you perform it, in the format and the structure of the song overall. Like, does your song have a long intro, a short intro? Is the hook super catchy? Is it an 8-bar hook? Is it a 10 hook? Is it a 12? Like, for some reason, did you make a hook 16? Are your verses 8s, 10s, 12s, or 16s? Like, what are the verses? Like, do you have a bridge? Do you have a pre-chorus? Do you have a another bridge? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So that's some of the things I need you to think about. So if you are watching this video currently right now, do you know what song structure works best for you? If you know, write it in the comment section below so I can see what's working for you. Tip number 3, you might think I'm tripping, but listen, you're gonna understand by the time I'm done explaining this. But listen, write down some of the negative feedback that you often hear, right? Look at your YouTube comments, your DMs, your SoundCloud, wherever you're posting your music, or just people just telling you negative things. Write some of it down, right? And then you decide if it's hate or constructive criticism. Like, see if there's any truth to what the people are saying, because you need to understand how people are hearing your songs, right? Because you can't improve, you don't know what's working unless you see what the people are saying, right? Because data and actual human feedback is important, right? So with this being said, it's like, if it's hate, just blatant hate, you can distinguish that, right? But the constructive criticism, maybe people might say, yo, you sound like you're rushing a little bit. Maybe the vocals aren't clean enough. Maybe it's not enough energy. Maybe the song is too long. Maybe it's too short. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? It's just pay attention to what people are saying, because you need to understand what fans love, right? And when I say, like, get feedback, don't get feedback from just rappers and producers and engineers. Get feedback from fans, people that love music, because that's the people that you're making music for. You're making music for the fans, all right? Your fans are going to be the people that fall in love with your sound whenever you find it, because they're going to tell you, they're going to let you know what your sound is, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can sit here and be like, yo, this is my sound, this is my style, this is my vibe. But if the fans say, nope, that's not your style, that's not your vibe, it might be something that you just been neglecting your whole fucking life. But listen, write down negative feedback, see if there's some truth to it, or just see if they just hating. And if it's some truth to it, try to improve on it and fix it, you know? Tip number 4, experiment more. All right, you probably thinking you've been experimenting, but listen, you're not doing enough. Experiment more. Make songs that's not even in the genre. Just test your creativity to see if you've been lacking on anything, if you've been hiding things in. Play with your voice, play with your vocal tone, take vocal lessons. If you want to get into emo, rock, punk type music, or just melodic music, take vocal lessons. Watch vocal videos on YouTube. Learn how to control your voice. Learn how to sing with natural vibrato. You know, play with different vocal inflections, practice a lot of top line, like come up with different melodies, because a lot of people often say that they keep getting stuck. They keep copying their favorite artists, and they're tired of copying their favorite artists. They want to establish something of their own. Listen, go back and listen to the people that influenced your favorite artist, because that can help influence you. Because if you're influenced by your favorite artist, you're probably going to be inspired and influenced by the people that influenced them as well. But you got to experiment more, because you just can't wake up and be like, yo, I'm going to be this type of rapper. I'm going to force myself to be this type of rapper if you're not meant to be that type of rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's putting too much pressure on yourself, right? Because you need to be flexible with trying to get the fans, right? If you want to create music for a living, you got to figure out how to monetize it, what's going to work, what's going to bring in the fan base. But if you're going to make music for just for the fun of it, because I know a lot of people would love to make music even if they don't get famous. It's probably people that's 70 years old on YouTube getting beats and just rapping just for the fuck of it, you know? So experiment more. Like, if you want to find your sound, you're not going to find it if you're not branching out. And you need to branch out, because you might hear a different genre that just connects with you, right? And you might just go over there and make that type of music. For all I know, you might be this emo, rock, screamo type motherfucker, and you over here trying to make rap music when you really probably should be joining a band and getting a fucking bag doing alternative rock or some other shit. You know, that's just a thought. But take that information however you want to take it. But listen, experiment more when it comes to music, like your voice, the type beats that you use, the songs that you make, song structure, all that shit. Experiment more, because you might find what you're looking for. And the last thing we're going to talk about in this video right here is beat selection. I can't stress this enough. Your beats matter. This is half of your song. This is part of your vibe. This is part of your sound. All right, Young Thug type beats or Young Thug type beats because they sound like something Young Thug would rap on. Gunna type beats, Lil Baby beats, Dirt beats, Janae Aiko, fucking Coyle Ray, Meg Thee Stallion, fucking Blackpink type beats. All these type beats, you want to find the beats that would be your type beat. All right. Just because it's a Young Thug type beat and you love Young Thug doesn't mean you're supposed to rap on a Young Thug type beat. I'm just saying in general, but like, think about the songs that you make that perform well. Like, let's say you recorded 50 songs. 10 of your songs are really fucking dope, right? And let's say those 5 out of those 10 have like a consistent type vibe to it. Those are your type beats. And if people love those top 5 songs that have some consistency with it, those are your type beats. That's what I need y'all to understand, because you want to make music on beats that sound like some shit that you would rap on. You want your fans, when they hear the beat, when they hear your voice, they would be like automatically, that's such and such. That's such and such. That's such and such. You want that from people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when it comes to me, like if I was trying to be a rapper, I'm going to make sure all the type beats that I use will sound like SKY JORDXN type beats. I don't want them to sound like somebody else's shit, but when people hear the beat, they're gonna be like, that's SKY JORDXN shit. The way that comes on, the format of it, everything is just a SKY JORDXN beat. You know, that's what you want. So just think about the beats that you perform well on, and you can look at the data. You can get fan feedback or just feedback in general and see what works, because your beat selection is important. That's half the song. I swear to God, like, I get a lot of fucking songs sent to me all the fucking time, and what makes me turn that shit off or keep it playing is the beat. Like, you got what, like 10-15 seconds to catch my fucking attention with the beat. If you don't catch my attention, skip. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just being honest, the beat selection is important. Like, choose beats, because I know a lot of people aren't comfortable with the beats that they choose, and it's hard to choose beats because a lot of beats sound the same. A lot of beats be fucked up. You don't know where to find producers. You just don't know. But listen, you can find it. It's people out there. Go to beatstars.com. Don't even go to YouTube. There's a lot of producers that don't even have YouTube channels that's on BeatStars, Airbit, Track Train, all this other shit. Like, it's beats out here. You can find them. It's producers out here. It's people out here. You just gotta find them in Discords and stuff like that. Look, I'm gonna link my Discord in the description. All right, go join the Discord, link with people, get feedback, do whatever the fuck you gotta do. But I want you to find your sound. But listen, comment some of the stuff that you struggle with right now when trying to find your sound, or just things that's not really working and you need to figure out what's going on. Just comment and I'm gonna help you out, make some videos and shit like that tailored to some of the problems that people are having. But listen, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy SKY JORDXN. I'm out of here. Cool.